Hello students, today I have come up with a video where I will explain the question related to the quadratic equations from the past papers. And after watching this video, I'm sure that you will be able to solve the different kind of a quadratic equation questions. So the first topic which I have covered here is nature of roots. Now, if I need to find out what is the nature of roots or what will be the roots of a quadratic equation, I have to just look for some rules. The first rule is if the value of b square minus 4ac, which is called as discriminant, is greater than 0, that means that equation has two distinct roots. If b square minus 4ac is equals to 0, that means that quadratic equation has equal roots. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then we can find out that this equation has no real roots. Now, in this question, if you will see, we have an equation given and the options are irrational and distinct, rational and distinct, not real, real and equal. So if we need to find out any root is irrational or rational, then after going with these particular rules, we need to find out what will be the value of the roots. So I'll explain you this step by step. So first of all, if we need to find out the nature of roots, we have to compare this equation with the general quadratic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, so that we can find out the value of a, value of b, and the value of c. So in this particular equation, the value of a is 1, the value of b is 1, and the value of c is minus 1. So we need to find out the value of b square minus 4ac, which will be equals to, now we will substitute the values here. So the value of b is 1, we'll write down here 1 square, minus 4, the value of a is 1, the value of c is minus 1. We always write down the negative value within the bracket. Now after this, if I will solve, I'll get here 1. Now minus 4 into 1 is minus 4. Minus 4 into minus 1 will be plus 4. So which is equals to 5. Now since 5 is greater than 0, so this equation has two distinct roots. Now we need to find out the roots are rational or irrational. So for that, we need to find out what will be the value of the roots. And to find out the value of the roots, we are going to use a formula. The formula is x is equals to, which is the value of the root, minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So here we need to substitute the values. Minus b means minus 1 because the value of b is 1. Plus minus, we already calculated here b square minus 4ac, which is 5, divided by the value of a is 1. So the root is minus 1 plus minus root 5 over 2. So you already know that root 5 is an irrational number. So whatever the root we will get from here is irrational and distinct. The question is taken from the examination paper of year 2022. Now for question number 3a, if you will see what is written, for what value of p does the quadratic equation have real and equal roots? So we have already done a condition that any quadratic equation has equal and real roots when the value of b square minus 4ac is equals to 0. So we will use this condition and then we'll be able to find out the value of p. So for that, we need to first find out the value of a, b, and c from the equation. And to do so, we have to compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So you already know what is the value of a. Yes, it's p. What is the value of b? Yes, it is 2. And what is the value of c? Yes, it is p. So now we have to substitute these values in our equation number 1. So let's substitute the values. So the value of b is 2. We'll write on here 2 square minus the value of a is p into p. The value of c is p into p. So we'll get here is equals to 0. That means 2 square is 4 minus 4p square is equals to 0. Now we will take 4 as common. 1 minus p square is equals to 0. Then we'll take this 4 to this side. So 1 minus p square is equals to 0 divided by 4 is 0. Then we'll take this 1 to this side. We'll get minus p square is equals to minus 1 and p square is equals to 1. That means p is equals to plus minus root 1 and the value of root 1 is 1. That means for this particular question, if the value of p will be 1, or the value of p is equals to minus 1, this quadratic equation will have real and equal roots. Similarly, if you will see this question number 3a, the question says we have to find out the value of m in this quadratic equation if it has two real and equal roots. So you will be getting this kind of a questions with the different types of coefficients. Okay, so in the previous question, the coefficient was p. We need to find out the value of p. In this, we need to find out the value of m. So let's start with this question. So we already know that any equation which is having equal and real root, for that the condition is yes, b square minus 4ac is equals to 0. Absolutely right. You remember it. So now we have to do first, we have to compare this equation with, absolutely right, we have to compare this equation with general quadratic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So we'll write down this and then we'll compare. So what is the value of a? Yes, you are right. It is m minus 1. What is the value of b? It is 2 into m minus 1. What is the value of c? It is equals to 1. Now, what we need to do? We need to substitute all these values of a, b, c in equation number 1. So what we will get? 2m minus 1 and its whole square minus 4 into, what is the value of a? M minus 1 into 1 and is equals to 0. Now you already know the rules of exponents. AB whole square can be written as a square into b square. Here we are going to use this. That means 2 square m minus 1 square minus 4 into m minus 1. M minus 1 into 1 is m minus 1. I have written it is equals to 0. 2 square means 4. M minus 1 square minus 4. M minus 1 is equals to 0. Now we need to take common from here. If I'll take common, I can take 4 common. M minus 1 common from m minus 1 square, because m minus 1 square means m minus 1 into m minus 1. Then what will be left if I've taken 1 m minus 1 common from it? Another m minus 1 will be left. Minus, here I have taken 4 common, m minus 1 common. What is left? 1 is left, is equals to 0. So I'll get here 4 m minus 1, m minus 2 is equals to 0. We will take this 4 to this side and we'll get here m minus 1, m minus 2 is equals to 0. That means either m minus 1 is equals to 0 or m minus 2 is equals to 0. Now we will not consider this value. Why we are not going to consider this value here? Because if I will put in place of m minus 1 0, I'll put here 0. So I'll get an equation which is just 1 is equals to 0, and that is not possible. That means m minus 1 cannot be equals to 0. So you will write on here, it is not possible. But from the second equation, we'll get m is equals to, if you will take this 2 to this side, you will get equals to 2. That means the solution for this particular equation is m should be equals to 2. When m is equals to 2, then this particular quadratic equation will have two real and equal roots. So this is how you can solve the questions where you have to find out the coefficients. we have to solve the quadratic equation. So how we are going to solve the quadratic equation? We have to follow the same method. First, we need to find out what is the value of b square minus 4ac. Then we will see the values are greater than 0, equals to 0, less than 0. If it is less than 0, we will just simply write down the equation has no real root. That means we don't have any value of x. Once we will calculate this, then we have to use the next formula to find out what is the value of x. That means what is the value of the roots. That means it is equals to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So we are going to use only these two formulas and then we can solve any quadratic equation. What is the first step? The first step is we have to compare the equation with ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. I know that you know the value of a is 2, the value of b is, yes, minus 5, the value of c is minus 1. So absolutely right. So I know that you already figured it out. What can be the value of a, what can be the value of b, what can be the value of c. Now we have to put the values in the formula which is b square minus 4ac. So let's calculate it. The value of b is minus 5 square minus 4 into 2 into minus 1, which is equals to minus 5 square means 25, minus 4 into 2, minus 8, minus 8 into minus 1 is equals to plus 8. So we'll get here 33. So the value of b square minus 4ac is equals to 33. Now once we will calculate this, then we have to calculate the value of x. So the value of x will be equals to, the value of b is minus, so we'll write on minus sign from here. The value of b is minus 5, always write on the negative value within the bracket, plus minus root, we already know the value is 33, divided by 2 into a is 2. So we'll get here 5 plus minus root 33 over 4. Therefore, the value of x will be either 5 plus root 33 over 4 or the value of x will be 5 minus root 33 over 4. This is how you can solve any quadratic equation with the help of discriminant or the help of quadratic formula. So this question is also about find the value of x, but here they have given you the values with the root. So if you will get the root values, don't get afraid of it. Try to do it because you have to just simply put the values in the formula. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to compare this equation with ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So quickly write down the values. A is root 3, b is 10 and c is equals to 7 root 3. Now what we need to do first? Definitely right. So we have to find out b square minus 4ac, which is equals to b square means 10 square minus 4 into root 3 into 7 root 3. So we'll get it here 100 minus 4 root 3. When we will multiply, we'll get here 3 into 7, which is equals to 100 minus 4 3s are 12, 12 7s are 84. So we'll get here equals to 16. Now we need to use the formula which is minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. If you will remember the rules, if you will remember this quadratic formula, then quadratic equation is a very simple topic to do, which is equals to, now the value of b is minus 10 plus minus root 16 over 2 into a is root 3. We'll write on that. Now that means, which is equals to root 16 means 4 to root 3. That means the value of x will be either minus 10 plus 4 to root 3 or the value of x will be minus 10 minus 4 to root 3. That means it is equals to minus 6 to root 3. We can simplify it. We'll get here minus 3 over root 3 and x is equals to minus 14 over root 3 and 2 7s are 14 minus 7 over root 3. So if you will get the question with the root values, do not leave the question. Definitely try to solve it. You will get the right answer if you will follow all the steps which I have already explained to you. Again, the question is solve the quadratic equation. I'm not going to solve it. I will just tell you one thing which you need to do before you will start solving this kind of a question. So here, if you will see, I don't have the equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So first of all, you have to rearrange it. You have to write down the value of x squared at a very first place, then the value of x in the second place, and the value of the constant in the third place. Only this thing you need to just do before you will apply your formula. X is equals to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So after this, try to solve yourself. I just want to tell you only this particular point. Now, this is also a question where you need to find out what is the value of x. This question seems to be difficult, but it is not. You have to simply do few steps before you will solve it using the quadratic formula. What are the steps? Just understand. First of all, if you will see, we don't have a equal denominator. So we have to take a LCM. LCM is equals to 4. We'll write on here 4. Now here we need to multiply this with 4, we need to multiply this with 2, and this we need to multiply with 1. So we'll do that. 4 into 2x squared plus 2 into 7x plus 3 into 1. I hope that you already know how to solve the fractions. 8x squared plus 14x plus 3 over 4 is equals to 0. We will take this 4 to this side and we'll get here 8x squared plus 14x plus 3 is equals to 0. Now after this you can simply solve this equation using the quadratic formula, which is x is equals to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So here you can see the question is we have to find out a quadratic polynomial having zeros minus root 5 over 2 and root 5 over 2. For such questions, we need to find out the sum of zeros, which is alpha plus beta, and we need to find out the product of zeros, which is alpha into beta. Then we can write down a quadratic equation using sum of zeros as k, which is a constant, x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros So first of all, we need to find out what is the sum of zeros. So the sum of zeros is equals to minus root 5 over 2 plus root 5 over 2, which is equals to 0 because one is minus, one is plus, both the values are same. So minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So minus root 5 over 2 plus root 5 over 2 should be equals to 0. Then product of zeros. Product of zeros will be equals to minus root 5 over 2 into root 5 over 2, which is equals to minus, we'll write down 5 into 5 here, 2 into 2 here. If we want to find out the square root of 25, it is 5, and the square root of 2 is equals to 2. So we get the product of zeros as minus 5 over 2. So here we write down 0 as the sum of zeros, and product of zeros is minus 5 over 2. So we have to substitute these values in the equation. X squared, sum of zeros is 0 into x. Product is plus minus 5 over 2. So we'll get here k. X squared, this part will become 0. We will not write it. Plus into minus 5 over 2 is minus 5 over 2. If I'll take LCM, I'll get here 2. Then 2x square minus 5. That means I'll get here k over 2, 2x square minus 5. This is the value of the constant and this is the value of our equation. So here from the options, if you will see, a has 3 values. That means it can't be the option. D has 3 values. It can't be the option. We need to find out from B and C which can be the right answer. So if I write down for B, 8x square minus 20, if I will take 4 common, what is left? X square minus 5. 2x square minus 5 will be left. But if I'll take 15x square minus 6, if I will take 3 common, what will be left? 5x square minus 3. So this can't be the option because I'm getting here 5x square minus 3. But here I'm getting 2x square minus 5, which is our equation. So that means the correct option for this is part B. So I have explained all the possible questions of the quadratic equation. So if you have watched this video carefully, you will definitely be able to solve all the questions in your exams coming from the quadratic equation. If you have liked my video, do subscribe my channel, share the video, like the video, and also write the comment in the comment section. And by next Saturday, I will be sharing the next video to prepare the coordinate geometry for the final exam. So stay tuned.